Topic for today is about the future of grocery and looking also at the role of technology within that future. Oskar, how can I put this? What are the kind of biggest challenges you think that the grocery industry in your world is facing at the moment?
Globally, it's probably a bit diverse. I think Western world, we have had a very high inflation prices that is hitting everything, which means that it's been very much focusing on lowering cost and making sure you adjust prices to actually get people to come to your store. It's very much of the low price grocery. They are the ones that actually have scaled.
To put this to you, Carsten, one of the things I always think that's interesting about Diebold is I realize more and more, such a range of ways that you provide that solution, right? Whatever you're doing with IKEA looks very different to whatever other brand. But what else do you see when something really goes well with some of your other customers? What are the kind of other benefits you're hearing that you go, wow, this is really delivering a much better customer experience?
Yeah, I guess the friction you said is one of the points we want to reduce on both ends for the retailer, but also for the consumer. At the end, all these processes belong to different customer behaviors. They have different customer journeys. There's the short journey between Monday and Friday. We just purchase 1-2 items and you don't want to be annoyed by messages or discounts or any merchandise stuff. And there's the weekend, which is a more haptic one, where I want to touch food and things like this. And we're now seeing from the checkout area we started with our process and our engineering and with our consultant service, we're going more and more inside of the store and try to free up resources to deliver customer service with in-store, free up time, do less with more is one of the, let's say, performance numbers.
Particularly on this subject, that you offer an optimal checkout experience or tech experience in a grocery store that really fulfills lots of different needs and that it feels personalized to a customer and the customer experience feels kind of personal and meaningful. What is the potential in grocery for AI to improve that? Is it happening already?
Definitely, there are now, comparing NRF this year from last year, it's much more hands-on real cases this year. Last year it was more like you will be able to do things and it will be great things, but no one really knew what it was. And mainly talking generative AI. And I think very much on supply chain, logistics, that's where you probably have integrated and done things with AI. Machine learning and things like that, also from an AI point of view. Tracking customers are also not doing at ICA, but there are people doing it. So I think there are definitely retail use cases that are in use. What I think will be more and more is going back to empowering the store staff, making sure that you don't do the tasks that you're not needed to do. You can automate much more tasks. And you can actually then also highlight the things that you need to take action on. You can spend more time on the things that are really valid. That is really a key thing for me when it comes to AI.
Diebold Nixdorf, with any particular clients, of course you don't need to name anyone, but is there anything quite exciting you feel like you're working on where AI is starting to really make a difference in that experience and doing interesting things?
I guess at Diebold Nixdorf we started still at the checkout area, but I know that forecast replenishment was always driven by AI systems. Now we're seeing that smaller AI and we have powerful solutions and computers we can run in store where AI can run on. This helps like having a store being more agile on things, and it switches from multitasking to monotasking. So you're breaking down tasks, like you have to do things in a row to make it much more comfortable, much more efficient. But on the other end, when we're looking to the self-checkout or checkout area in total, we start to utilize AI technologies within our modular approach, which is like you have a base and you can attach any kind of AI technology to it to see where is the most benefit for retail and the store associates. Classical example, in stores where you sell alcohol or cigarettes or tobaccos, 38% of interventions caused on self-checkout are based on age verification. Each age verification costs you 21 seconds as the store associate has to walk there, do the age verification, check out. 21 seconds, this scope cannot be used by anyone else. It's blocked initially. So we can free up that time and let the store associate do the task coming from an AI and provide the right level of shelf replenishment, cleaning up, supporting customers. On the other hand, we have the same with other solutions like shrinkage. And we see that when you're analyzing shrinkage at scope, you can see that shrink at scope sometimes not comes from attentional shrink. So no one wants to do it. It's a misbehavior or a mistake they do in the process. So it can help to nudge customers on topics they do not correct by failure, not by purpose. And if you reduce that amount of failures, you can easily increase your stock shelf replenishment, and you can easily get your stock adjustments right. But also the process gets more smoother.
It's been such a pleasure talking to both of you, as always. Oskar, Carsten, thank you so much for your time. And thanks again for listening to this Rethink Retail podcast.